Chris is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
I'll get right to it. Me and my wife recently started a side business. We both work full-time and kind of looking to pay off a ton of consumer debt and realize you can only save so much. So we started the side business, dog sitting, with the intentions of paying off the consumer debt, and spoke with my accountant last year, and he suggested putting my two children kind of on payroll, right, and paying them to benefit, investing into their Roth IRA and maxing it out for them, because he suggested that, they don't pay taxes on that. So that now kind of threw me for a loop, and I think that's what we're going to plan on doing for this year. And my question is, we are pretty late to the game with investing for ourselves, right? And I wonder if it's foolish to do that for them. I just recently learned the power of compounding interest. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. They're 3 and 5. It just seems like a unique opportunity because we don't plan on doing this forever, really just to pay off the consumer debt. And we're not really struggling. We have a plan, to pay off the consumer debt. And if it takes a little bit longer, because we're paying our children and investing in a Roth IRA, it seems okay.
Chris, I'm an IRS auditor, and I'm sitting in front of you, and you paid your 3-year-old to do work. I'm not believing that the 3-year-old did any work, and I'm going to undo everything you did in the audit. You're going to lose. Your accountant is a moron. You have to be able to
be working.
If the child is actually working, you can pay them the market value for their work. But you can't make a case that a 3-year-old is actually working. Be struggling to say a 5-year-old. It happens to be walking dogs, so we can do this. Now, an exception would be, like I did have a client one time who had a baby who appeared in multiple diaper commercials and made serious bank. The baby was actually working. And so, we put that into an IRA for sure because of the power of compound interest. But what you have to be able to make the case that they were paid, like Rachel, for instance, at 14 years old, would go and do a 3-minute talk on the stage of why it's tough to be Dave Ramsey's daughter.
It was like 8 minutes.
What?
It was like 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay. I'm sorry.
We would work the events, though.
Anyway,
After that,
it was not 8 hours. It was a few minutes, okay? And then she would go work the book tables, and I would pay her a percentage of what the kids' books sold at the book tables back then. And she's a teenager. And it was a healthy percentage, but I didn't pay her $100,000 a year. You couldn't justify that to an auditor. You follow me? So, I mean, I think... you can't do that.
The dog sitting, I mean, it really is. It's not, feed the dogs, watch the dogs, play with the dogs. A lot of
3-year-olds are not allowed to work.
Okay.
I mean, really, just use some common sense. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you actually, if you ran a business, would you actually hire the neighborhood 3-year-old to go? No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I might hire the neighborhood 8-year-old to help me, and there's a market value to that doing dog sitting, okay? And you can actually make a common sense case for that.
Yeah.
But the 3-year-old's still barely potty trained. Oh, my God. And now we're trying to potty train dogs. No. This doesn't work. So, so your accountant is willing to set you up for losing an audit, which is why I'm saying I don't think you need this accountant
anymore. Chris, and here's the deal, too. Even if you wait until they're 8, 10, 12, 14 years old to start this process, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. You don't have to start at 3, so you can do this in a morally legal way eventually. No, that's great. Yeah. What?
He's saying that he's going to not do the dog sitting thing after he gets out of debt. So it's not, the opportunity's not going to be there.
No, I'm just saying in general, though. In general, they can go and y'all could start something or whatever life looks like when they actually are able to contribute, and it's not like you're kind of
And you don't need to be behind on your investing. When I did this for our 3 kids, you have to file a tax return on the kid, and there is some taxes due. Okay, there's no income tax due, but they're going to get hit with FICA and self-employed income. And so each one of them, I filed a tax return. I looked at their actual income. I had to make sure it was market value or slightly above market value for the duty that they were performing. And I filed a tax return. I paid the taxes. They kept the money that they earned, and I put the equivalent amount into a Roth IRA on their behalf. All of them were teenagers by the time we were doing that.
Yeah.
And, or thereabouts. I mean, Daniel might have been 12, or something. But I mean, they were, you had a justifiable case. And we were at baby step 7, and my investments were okay. I didn't do this kind of stuff, and then I'm going to retire broke, but my kid has a 16-year-old has an IRA. No.
Right. Yeah, it's a balance. And again, Chris, I think the urgency that you're feeling is, he just said, he was like, I just learned about compound interest.
Yeah,
and oh my
it's
gosh.
exciting.
Yeah, so there is an urgency. And I think, again, the heart behind it's incredible. Absolutely. And to be able to set our kids up really well. And there's time to do that, is what I would say. Mm-hmm. So don't let this urgency of this new information make you make bad decisions and lead you into something that's just not wise. How often do they audit?
Well, I mean, if the thing is, the point is not, are you going to get beaten?
No, I know. There's like a moral thing here, but when you said that, I was like, man, I wonder how often, like.
Well, you have to be able to defend everything you do in an audit, or you shouldn't be doing it.
Yes, totally.
Okay? So
totally.
it's not only proper tax process, but it's also the moral and ethical thing to do.
Totally.
Okay?
Yes, for sure.
Like we've just finished this unbelievable 2.5-year audit, just similar to an anal exam at Ramsey. And so, but we have paid every stinking dime that we've ever owed. And so we've not lost a single category, not a single category. And they've turned over everything in this building, so, But we're fanatics about paying the exact amount. Every bit of cash we collect is taxable income. We don't have any side gigs going. It's very traceable, and it has nothing to do with I like taxes or I think taxes are wonderful or it's my way of being generous. It's not. Taxes are extortion. They're theft by your government. They're horrible. I hate them. I hate the IRS. But it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with my integrity. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say anything about them when I cheat on my taxes. It says something about me. And so, Chris, that's not aiming at you, but that's just a further soapbox on this whole thing. So, good motivation, bad information, good thoughts, bad timing. So later on, when you're at baby step 7 and your retirement's underway, and you can do justifiable market value labor for your kid, like if your kid is 16 in a few years. And they got this wonderful dog sitting business that they spring up because mom and dad used to do it, and they go make a bunch of money. You could do what I did with our kids, and it'd be perfectly fine, no issues there at all. And you'd be teaching them entrepreneurism in their teens, which is a great idea. So that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Bad timing, though. You can't, unless the 3-year-old's in a diaper commercial, 3-year-olds don't have a market
pull-up
value.
Commercial.
Pull-ups, okay.
At 3.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that's good.
We're in the middle of that. We have a 3.5-year-old. And I thought, you don't want Charles watching your dog. Now, Amelia, the 8-year-old.
Oh, yeah, she would be, she's pretty.
She knows how to take care of June better than I do. I mean, she's
pretty much game on, yeah.
Phenomenal. But not the 3-year-old. No.
Well, I'm not going to say it. Okay, they're fun. They're fun. That's what we're going to say.
What were you going to say?
No, I would say it about all of them, not just that one.
Dave likes babies. Papa Dave wants
Little
babies. Once they hit like 2.
When they're doing the pull-ups, it's just
Papa
that's
Dave's
somebody
like,
else's
I'm done.
job.
I'm good.
That's completely somebody else's job.
Until you can ski.
And you're old enough to ski.
I have nothing to do with you.
There's a transition period there. This is The Ramsey Show.